There was a moment in my life, a quiet morning, when I realized something powerful, that the greatest gift I could ever give myself was the commitment to learn, not just once or twice, but every single day. It wasn't about school or degrees. It was about growing inside, expanding my mind, opening my heart, and stepping into the fullness of who I was meant to be. Maybe you're sitting here right now, wondering if you have the time, the energy, or the right circumstances to learn something new. Maybe you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or tired. But let me tell you this: the ability to educate yourself daily is the key that unlocks every door in your life. Imagine waking up tomorrow with the hunger to discover, to grow, to challenge yourself. Imagine the person you will become a year from now: wiser, stronger, more confident. This isn't just a dream, this is your destiny. So today, I want to take you on a journey of transformation. Together, we will explore why educating yourself every day isn't just an option, it's a necessity. It's the foundation of your success, your happiness, and your freedom. Are you ready to open your mind and heart? Are you ready to become the best version of yourself? Then let's begin, because your journey to greatness starts with one step, one day, one lesson at a time. There was a moment in my life, a moment so quiet, so simple yet so profound. I woke up one morning and realized something that changed everything for me. It was this: the greatest gift I could ever give myself was the commitment to learn, not just once or twice, but every single day. Not just the kind of learning that happens in classrooms or from textbooks or exams. No, I'm talking about the kind of learning that opens your mind, stretches your heart, and pushes you gently beyond the edges of who you think you are. You see, life is always teaching us, sometimes loudly, sometimes in whispers. But the question is, are we willing to listen? Are we willing to learn every day, no matter what? Because that, my dear friend, is where the magic happens. Maybe you're listening to me right now and you feel a little tired. Maybe you feel stuck, weighed down by the pressures of life, work, family, challenges that feel too big. Maybe you're thinking, I don't have the time to learn today. Or maybe I'm too old, too far behind. I want you to hear this: it's never too late, and it's never too hard. Because the power to educate yourself, to take one small step forward each day, is the key that unlocks every door you ever dreamed of opening. Imagine this with me. You wake up tomorrow morning with a hunger in your heart. A hunger to know something new. Maybe it's a new skill, a new way of thinking, or simply a fresh perspective on a problem that's been bothering you. Imagine the person you will be 1 year from now, a person shaped by daily learning, daily growth, daily courage. Stronger, wiser, more confident, more free. This isn't just a wish or a hopeful thought. This is your destiny calling. Because when you educate yourself every day, you don't just change your mind, you change your life. I want you to imagine for a moment the kinds of possibilities that open when you make learning a daily habit. How your relationships might improve, how your career could flourish, how your inner world can transform. You see, education is more than facts or figures. It's about understanding yourself, your dreams, your fears, your purpose. It's about breaking free from old limits and stepping into a bigger, brighter version of you. And this journey, this beautiful journey, begins with one simple decision: to commit, to say, today I will learn, I will grow, I will become better. This is not just a speech, it's a call to action, a call to your soul. So I ask you, are you ready to open your mind, to open your heart, to step forward into the fullness of your potential? Because your journey to greatness doesn't start tomorrow. It starts today. Hold the silence for a moment, then gentle, warm closing. Let's begin this journey together. Now that we've set our intention to educate ourselves every single day, let's take a moment to truly understand what this means. When I say educate yourself daily, I'm not talking about sitting in a classroom or memorizing facts. No, it's so much bigger than that. It's about opening your heart and mind to the endless possibilities of learning that life offers us every day. Every conversation you have, every book you read, every challenge you face, these are all teachers. Life is constantly giving us lessons, but it's up to us to be students who are ready to receive. This is what I want you to remember. Learning is not just an event or a moment in time. It's a journey, a lifelong journey, and it doesn't matter where you start or what your background is. What matters is your commitment to take that journey day by day, moment by moment. This journey is about growth, mental, emotional, spiritual, and even physical. It's about developing new skills, yes, but it's also about understanding yourself deeply. Learning what makes you happy, what makes you strong, what lights your soul on fire. Throughout the next hours, we will explore this journey together. We will dive into what it truly means to be a lifelong learner. We'll talk about how to build habits that sustain your growth. We'll face the fears and challenges that stop so many people from stepping forward. And most importantly, we will connect this journey of education to your purpose, that unique calling that only you can fulfill in this world. By the end of our time together, my hope is that you will feel inspired, equipped, and empowered to make educating yourself a joyful daily practice. Because when you do, you don't just change your own life, you create ripples that impact everyone around you. So, are you ready to take this journey, to embrace learning in all its beautiful forms, to unlock your full potential one day at a time? If you are, then let's move forward with open minds, open hearts, and the courage to grow. Let's begin. Let's begin by talking about something absolutely fundamental, the mindset that allows us to become lifelong learners. Because before you can commit to learning every day, before you can grow, you need to believe it's possible. You need to believe that you can change, that you can evolve, that you can become more than you are right now. This is called a growth mind. It's a powerful belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and effort. I want to tell you a story about a young woman named Maya. She grew up thinking she wasn't smart enough to pursue her dreams. She believed her talents were fixed, that no matter how hard she tried, she would never be good enough. One day, Maya discovered something life-changing, the power of choosing to learn every single day. She stopped seeing failure as proof that she wasn't capable. Instead, she saw it as a lesson, a stepping stone to something greater, and that, my friends, is the essence of a growth mindset. When you believe you can grow, the world opens up to you. Challenges become opportunities. Mistakes become teachers. Every day becomes a new chance to become a better version of yourself. But if you hold onto a fixed mind, set the idea that your talents and intelligence are static, you will find yourself stuck. Afraid to try, afraid to fail, afraid to learn. I want you to ask yourself right now, what kind of mindset are you holding onto? Are you open to growth, or are you holding back out of fear? Developing a growth mindset starts with simple awareness, noticing when you tell yourself, I can't, or I'm not good enough. Then gently replacing those thoughts with, I can learn and I will grow. And here's the beautiful truth, the more you practice this mindset, the easier it becomes. It becomes part of who you are. Now I want to share with you some powerful daily mental exercises you can do to nurture your growth mindset. First, start your day by affirming, today I am open to learning. I am ready to grow. Second, when you face a challenge, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Third, end your day by reflecting on one new thing you discovered or one way you grew. By practicing these simple steps, you rewire your brain for growth, resilience, and success. Remember, learning isn't just about accumulating facts. It's about expanding your perspective, understanding your emotions, and building your inner strength. And the best part, you don't have to do this alone. There are countless mentors, books, podcasts, and communities ready to support your growth. Reach out, connect, and surround yourself with people who lift you higher. So, as we move forward on this journey, I want you to carry this mindset with you, the mindset that says, I am a learner. I am a grower. I am unstoppable. Because when you have that mindset, nothing can hold you back. Take a deep breath and let that truth settle deep inside your heart. Now that we have embraced the mindset of lifelong learning, it's time to talk about how to turn that mindset into action, how to build daily learning habits that become part of your life. Because a mindset alone is like a seed, it has the potential to grow, but it needs nurturing. Habits are the water and sunlight that nourish your seed. You see, education every day doesn't mean you have to study for hours or enroll in expensive courses. It means creating small, consistent rituals that keep your mind active and your heart curious. Let me share with you how I built my own learning habits over the years. I found that the most powerful changes started with tiny steps, moments that could easily be missed if I wasn't paying attention. For example, reading just one paragraph from a book each morning, listening to a short podcast episode while walking, writing down one new idea or insight before bed. These tiny habits add up. They build momentum. And before you know it, learning becomes part of who you are. I want you to think about your current routine. Where can you weave in moments of learning? It could be during your commute, your lunch break, or even before sleep. Here are 3 simple daily learning habits you can start today. Curiosity moments. Take 5 minutes a day to explore a topic that fascinates you. It could be anything: history, science, art, or even a new hobby. Reflection journaling. At the end of each day, write down one lesson you learned. This helps your brain process and retain new knowledge. Question time. Challenge yourself to ask one thoughtful question each day about your work, your relationships, or your dreams. Questions open the door to deeper understanding. Building habits isn't always easy. You may face distractions, fatigue, or moments of doubt. That's normal. What matters is your willingness to keep coming back day after day. And remember, every time you engage in your learning habits, you are investing in your future. You are crafting the life you want. I encourage you to create a sacred space for your daily learning, a time and place where your mind feels free to explore. Whether it's a cozy corner in your home, a quiet morning walk, or simply a few minutes before sleep, make that your learning sanctuary. And don't be afraid to experiment. Try different ways of learning: reading, listening, watching, writing, or discussing. Find what lights your spark, because when learning becomes a habit, it becomes a joy, a celebration of your growth and your potential. Now, take a moment and think. What small step can you take today to build your daily learning habit? What tiny moment can you claim for yourself? The journey of learning is yours to create, one habit at a time. Now, my dear friends, as we embrace the mindset and build habits for daily learning, we must also recognize the barriers that stand in our way. Because the path to growth is not always smooth. Sometimes it feels like the world is conspiring to keep us stuck: distractions, doubts, fears, and even our own inner critic. But here's the truth. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity in disguise. Let's talk about some of the most common barriers to learning and how to gently, courageously overcome them. First, the barrier of fear. Fear of failure. Fear of not being smart enough. Fear of looking foolish. I want you to know fear is natural. It's part of being human, but it doesn't have to control you. Imagine fear as a shadow. It appears big and scary, but when you shine the light of curiosity and courage on it, it begins to shrink. So, when fear arises, try this. Acknowledge it. Say, I see you, fear. Thank you for showing up, but I choose to move forward anyway. Second, the barrier of distraction. In this world of endless notifications and noise, it's easy to lose focus. I know the temptation. One quick check on your phone turns into an hour of scrolling. The remedy: create boundaries. Designate learning times free from interruptions. Turn off what isn't necessary. And remember, you are the guardian of your own time. Third, the barrier of self-doubt. That little voice that whispers, you're not good enough, or you can't learn this. I want you to be gentle with that voice. It's often trying to protect you from pain. But you are stronger than that voice. Whenever self-doubt knocks, remind yourself of every time you have learned something new, every time you have grown. Fourth, the barrier of impatience. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want results now, but learning is a process. Growth happens over time. So, practice patience, celebrate small wins, trust the journey. Now, I want to invite you to a simple exercise. Think about a barrier you face right now. Picture it clearly. Now, imagine yourself gently stepping around it, or walking through it, or even transforming it into a stepping stone. Hold that image. Remember, you have within you the power to overcome. Every challenge is a chance to deepen your commitment to learning, to deepen your commitment to yourself. And I promise you, on the other side of those barriers lies your growth, your freedom, your joy. So, when you face obstacles, don't turn away. Face them with courage, with kindness, and with an open heart. Because you are worthy of learning, of growing, of becoming everything you dream. Now, let's dive into two of the most beautiful gifts we can nurture on our learning journey: curiosity and passion. Curiosity is the spark that lights the fire of learning. It's the childlike wonder that asks why, how, and what if. Passion is the fuel that keeps that fire burning, the deep love for discovery, growth, and new experiences. Imagine a life without curiosity. It would be dull, repetitive, and closed. And a life without passion, that would be a flame that quickly burns out. Curiosity invites us to explore beyond what we know. It invites us to challenge assumptions, to embrace uncertainty, and to open our hearts to possibility. I want to share with you a story of a man named James. James was stuck in a job he didn't love. He felt bored, uninspired, and trapped. One day, James decided to follow a simple curiosity. What would it be like to learn about photography? That curiosity led him to pick up a camera, watch tutorials, practice daily. And slowly his passion grew. What started as curiosity became a calling. James transformed his life one frame at a time. His story reminds us that curiosity and passion are the heartbeat of lifelong learning. Now, how do we cultivate these gifts in our own lives? First, cultivate curiosity by asking questions every day. Why does this work? What else is possible? How can I see this differently? Second, nurture passion by connecting learning to what you love. If you love music, learn about the history of your favorite artists. If you love cooking, explore new cuisines and techniques. Passion makes learning joyful and meaningful. But remember, curiosity and passion can also ebb and flow. That's okay. During times when curiosity feels dim, be gentle with yourself. Rest, reflect, and allow new interests to emerge naturally. Here's a practice for you. Each day, set an intention to explore one thing that intrigues you. No pressure, no goals, just exploration, and watch how your world expands. Because when you learn with curiosity and passion, Learning becomes a lifelong adventure, a journey of the heart as much as the mind. Take a moment now. Think about what sparks your curiosity, what passions are waiting to be awakened inside you. Hold on to those sparks and let them guide your daily learning. Now, my dear friends, all the learning, the habits, the curiosity, and passion, they lead us here. To application, to transformation, because knowledge without action is like a seed that never gets planted. The real magic happens when you take what you learn and bring it into your life. When you apply new ideas, new skills, and new perspectives, you create change. Transformation is the gift of daily education. So how do you do this? How do you turn learning into real life growth? First, start small. Choose one thing you've learned and put it into practice today. Maybe it's a new mindset, gratitude, patience, courage. Maybe it's a skill, time management, communication, or self-care. Second, reflect on your progress. Celebrate your wins, however small, because every step forward builds momentum. Third, be patient with yourself. Transformation takes time. It's not an event, it's a journey. Fourth, share your learning. Teach what you know to others. When you share, you deepen your own understanding and inspire others. Fifth, embrace challenges as opportunities. When life tests you, use your learning as your strength. Remember, your education is not just for you. It's for your family, your community, your world. Every day you educate yourself, you become a beacon of hope and possibility. Now, I invite you to think about your own life. How can you apply what you've learned today? What small action can you take that moves you closer to the life you dream of? Hold that intention, carry it with you, and let your learning transform not just your mind, but your heart, your spirit, your life. Because you have the power to change. You have the power to grow. You have the power to live your fullest, richest life. So, educate yourself daily, apply what you learn, and watch your world bloom. As we come to the close of this journey together, I want to remind you of the incredible power you hold within, the power to learn, the power to grow, the power to transform your life one day, one moment, one choice at a time. Remember, education is not confined to classrooms or books. It is a lifelong gift you give to yourself, a daily act of love and commitment. So, no matter where you are right now, no matter what challenges you face, know this: you have everything you need to begin again today. Take a deep breath. Feel the strength inside you. Carry this message with you that every day is a new opportunity to educate yourself, to grow, to step into your fullest potential. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Thank you for choosing to invest in your own growth. May your journey of learning be filled with curiosity, courage, and joy. And may you shine your light brightly, inspiring others to do the same. Until we meet again, keep educating yourself daily. Keep growing, keep believing, and keep becoming the beautiful, powerful soul you were always meant to be.